Hi, Spartan staff. I hope you are doing well and your family is healthy. First and foremost, I want you to know how much I appreciate all that you are doing. I find your accomplishments amazing. You have transformed your homes into classrooms and your instructional practices from face to face to remote learning, all the while, most importantly, watching out for the social and emotional well being of our students. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. As we wrap up the end of the school year, your administrative team is beginning to think of next year. And as of today, May 6th, we have not been given any guidance into what next year will look like. Therefore, I've instructed your principals, guidance counselors, and office staff to get class schedules, orders, and handbooks ready by the end of May. This will allow us time to begin adjusting and adapting to any changes that come our way. At this moment, I think it's plausible to potentially have three variations to our typical school day. Variation A.1, A being what we typically do, so the point one being a modification of that. This schedule would be the same as what we typically planned for, but it would establish a greater focus on social distancing, limited travel throughout the hallway, and people wearing protective masks. Variation B, this is a schedule which I think will be the most difficult. It's a blended or a hybrid model with social distancing, remote learning, and face-to-face learning, adjusted school days, and varied transportation schedules. Variation C is similar to what we're doing now. However, it would be a true online learning platform with differentiated learning tracks. Regardless of the schedule we find ourselves adjusting to, I'm fairly confident that we will have some families who will choose to keep their children at home. And as a result of this, we need to ensure that we are prepared to accommodate these families. Not only do we not want to lose students to other districts or to online schools, but our vision is to unleash the potential of all community members. We are a family, and families take care of each other. Families don't leave members out. And so, therefore, I wanted to let you know that I will be putting out a survey to our community asking them to let us know of their possible interest in continuing with their education from home next school year. This survey would be used to give us an idea of possible interest. During June, we would put the survey out again, and this time we would formally ask families to commit for an entire year so that we can use July and August to prepare. I'm sure this is raising many questions in your mind, and it does mine as well. And what I can say is that, unfortunately, I currently don't have those answers at the moment. The only answer I have is that we will have to be prepared to offer an online academy for these families. I have complete faith and trust in us. I have several ideas, but until we get an idea of how many students may want to utilize this educational option, my brainstorming becomes pointless. As the month of May progresses, your building principal will be engaging you and your colleagues in brainstorming ideas for the various educational options that we may be presented. In addition to wondering about our student population, I'm also needing to get an idea of where each of you are in your comfort level with returning. I'm sure many of you are like me and are anxiously awaiting to see what the numbers look like as our state begins to open up. My question is, providing that numbers don't spike and that Governor DeWine, Dr. Atkin, and ODE state that schools will come back to either a full-time or a hybrid of distance and face-to-face learning, do you plan to return next year? Just as our families, I'm not holding you to this answer, but please know that our district will need to have an answer by early summer as much planning needs to take place. Of course, you have several questions, and again, I wish I could provide you with answers, but at the moment, we don't have those yet. We don't know what exceptions the governor will put in place, but currently our negotiated contract allows for a year's leave of absence. And additionally, if you fall in the COVID-19 at-risk health category and you obtain a note from your doctor, the current procedure would be that sick leave and FMLA would be used. I've sought information from our school attorney, and his response is that most likely, as the state opens and health experts carefully watch the numbers, guidance for the return to school will come out, which will provide us with the answers we need and that you need. Thus, our district will follow whatever regulations are established. Some of you may already know that your current health condition provides a distinct answer, and for others, you're not sure. I'm merely asking for some feedback so that your administrative team can begin to consider various options. As you know, quality substitutes are not easy to come by, and there is no one who can do your job better than you. However, if you're unable to come back due to health conditions, then our administrative team needs time to discuss what this will look like. I also know that you have many questions regarding how the budget cuts will impact our work. As you know, our district is still in deficit spending, and we haven't had a full collection of income tax. So therefore, these cuts are significant. At the moment, I can't provide you with any additional details, but I do promise to keep you updated. Today, I spent time with legislators, educational support groups, and financial Zoom meetings. As we continue to get more specific information, we will be working to examine solutions. And while time is of the essence, attention to detail is critical. The board, Jolene, and I have to balance the budget, and we will work to do that. As I conclude, I know that it can be really easy to get consumed with worry. I ask that you make a commitment to work on finding peace during this time. Trust that things work out for the good. When I get nervous, my husband reminds me that things work out best for those who make the best of the way things work out. Pleasant is family, and as a family, we will work to take care of our people and find ways to support people the best that we can. Thank you for all you're doing. I greatly appreciate your dedication and compassion for the people of our Pleasant community.